3 months ago, this London law graduate had a great deal to look forward to. But for the last 87 days, she's been held in Tehran's notorious Evin prison, nearly half of that in solitary confinement. Ghoncheh Ghavami was apparently taunted by prison officers who said she wouldn't get out alive. Her crime? Watching volleyball. Her family are desperate.
She's a very energetic, passionate 25-year-old woman. Her plan was to visit family and do some volunteering with street kids. And she was actually volunteering with street kids and teaching them how to read and write was, I think, the highlight of her stay at that point in Tehran.
That was the joy of being half British, half Iranian. Ghoncheh flitted between her home in West London and her parents' place in Iran. All that changed on June the 20th. With thousands of others, she went to watch the national team play at the Azadi Stadium. Iman says his sister thought a ban on women going to see men's volleyball had been lifted. She was wrong. Ghoncheh was arrested and questioned for 4 hours. Days later, when she returned to a police station to collect her things, she was arrested again and thrown in jail.
The authorities, they took my dad and her home and they confiscated her books, her phone, iPad, 2 or 3 laptops, and they took her and we didn't hear from her for the next 11 days. And after 11 days, she made a phone call and we found out that she was being kept at Evin prison. My parents are devastated. My mom, she's restless all the time. And my dad, I mean, he has aged like 10 years in the past 3 months.
This is Ghoncheh in June last year on Iranian election day. Her finger inked like that of the man she wanted to become president, Hassan Rouhani. Now her family are hoping they can end her nightmare. And Britain too. Do you fear that British diplomats might hesitate because of the importance of Iran's role in the region?
I don't think my sister's case has anything to do with politics, and I think it's more of a human story, and all we want is to bring her back home.
And so you might think it ideal that Rouhani and David Cameron should meet today. But although the Prime Minister expressed concern about Ghoncheh's case, her family fear the British won't want to be too critical. The West is wooing Iran right now. They have a common enemy, so-called Islamic State.
I think they wouldn't arrest and keep her in that prison for 85 days and almost 41 days in solitary confinement purely for attending a volleyball match.
This week, finally, she was charged with propaganda against the state. Her brother travelled to New York in the hope of meeting President Rouhani. Thus far, he has been elusive.